Let's start, this amazing window we've had and all these things. And I've been saying, no, it wasn't. We've just work in progress.
So many texts this morning about Sean Dyche. Just pick one out. It says, morning, Jeff and Ali. Happy New Year. I've texted a couple of times over the last few weeks demanding Sean Dyche is sacked. Another long journey there and back to Bournemouth for me at the weekend. Not a single shot on target. Results in isolation against City, Arsenal and Chelsea are okay, but they mean nothing when we can't beat teams around us home and away and have thrown away points due to a lack of in-game management. He is a serial loser. Who leads fans into believing this is the level we are capable of. And his quote at the weekend of our run isn't too bad if you add wins to it is delusional and insulting to fans. There's lots more of it. And I have to say, Coisty, a lot of the texts from Everton fans want to change.
No, I think it's been evident for a while, Jeff. Where I am on it, and it's never changed, the most important thing by a country mile for Everton this year, next year, is that they're starting the new season in the new stadium in the top flight. That is of absolute paramount importance. How they do that remains to be seen, but I still believe Sean Dyche will be the man that will take them to that position. Whether he's the man that leads them once they're there in the new stadium will remain to be seen. But what a gamble that would be. And I'd be interested, I'd love to hear from Everton fans as well, what a gamble that would be. What happens if you get rid of Sean Dyche and all of a sudden not only do you continue not to score goals, but you start to concede them?
Well, let's get the view of an Everton fan, because Carl has called us this morning. Morning, Carl.
Good morning, Carl.
Well, how are we doing?
Yeah,
great, thank
good,
you.
Thanks. So what's your view about the position at Everton right now?
Ali's literally just said then he wants to see what would happen if someone else would take over, because Everton fans still aren't scoring. Right. But Lewin, that a different manager was scoring goals. He scored, 16, 18 goals under Carlo Ancelotti. But now you're telling me that player under this new manager isn't scoring goals. It's nothing to do with the player, it's the tactics that the manager is playing. Sean Dyche is not the man for Everton. I know that Ali just said he thinks he could be the man to take us into the new stadium. Freaking Group have got a proven record of running a decent club like Roma. If they want to turn Everton into that sort of club, they've got to make the changes, they've got to make them now. And Sean Dyche is not the man. I watched that match on Saturday, and I'm not joking. For the first time in my life, I text all my mates on our WhatsApp and said, I'm bored watching us. This is embarrassing.
Carl, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Carl.
For that. Let's bring in Merseyside writer and journalist for the Mail, Dom King. Morning, Dom.
Dom, how are you, mate? Good to see you.
And you too. Good morning, Jeff. Morning, Ali. Happy New Year to you both.
And
You too,
you.
mate.
Look, we'll talk about Sean Dyche. Is his position even more perilous because of the fact that the Freaking Group have just taken over?
Yeah, I think that he's very realistic about the situation, the fact that he's got 6 months left on his deal. The one thing that the caller who's just been on then epitomises everybody that I'm speaking to at the minute, fed up. The amount of sort of posts that I've seen on Twitter and messages that I've had from mates telling me, that they can't remember the last time they enjoyed watching Everton. And that is just a horrible state of affairs to be in, because the one thing you want more than anything as a football fan when you go to a match is to have some kind of enjoyment, to have some kind of release. And it's not there. I would sort of take issue with the Calvert-Lewin thing, because Calvert-Lewin was absolutely unplayable against Liverpool in April. And I wonder where that player goes every now and again. I don't know whether his own contractual situation is playing in his mind, where he's a free agent in 6 months, and is he looking for something else? I asked Sean Dyche about this last month before they played Wolves, and he said that isn't the case. But I don't know, over the other side of the park, contractual issues are a big thing, and I think it might just be the same in the Everton dressing room, but things need to change.
I mean, it's clear, obviously, it's clearly a concern, Dom. I'm looking at it, and I always think, particularly teams down at the bottom, so I'm about to contradict myself. Teams down the bottom have got a far better chance if they've got somebody in their team that'll nick them a goal, that can score goals, right? Now, Ipswich look as though they're doing that. They're scoring goals. But I just feel Everton have been over that course and distance before, and the crowd play a major part in getting them a result when they need one. What do you think the biggest problem is at the moment, Dom? Is it the lack of creation? I mean, clearly there's no goals, right? But it's not as if they're missing. They're not creating anything, mate.
No. Do you know what it comes down to, Ali? It's been the recruitment policy over a number of years. The players aren't good enough. The players aren't good enough to play for Everton, and I think if you put Carlo Ancelotti in charge of this group, and the result wouldn't be too different. Yeah. There's an awful lot of players in the group that have been there for a while, that are hot and cold. They turn it on in some games, but they don't in others, and that's why it's been consistently inconsistent over the last 6-7 years. It's been so frustrating to watch, and they need something to come in January to give them a lift. That's absolutely certain. I hope some funds have been released, or they are able to do something to bring some energy, a different option up front, because the players who've got out at the minute aren't doing it.
See, I
don't know whether.
Dom, I think that's one of the problems Everton will be faced with as well, because you're right. January, they need a freshness, but at the same time, who are you going to attract? Do you know what I mean? It's a kind of catch-22, mate. Yeah. Because of where you are, and there is a serious option, a potential of maybe getting relegated. Who are they going to attract?
No, that's a fair point. You know, maybe Brozier when he's fit, when he's fully fit and he gets up, maybe he'll be the one to nick a couple of goals here and there. Listen, Ali, I don't for 1 minute think they're going to go down. I don't for 1 minute think they will go down, and I thought that all year. However, I was a little bit more concerned. I've been a little bit more concerned now that Ipswich have started nicking points and results here and there. They're the ones that all of a sudden I can see them start applying pressure. It's still. Sorry, Jeff. Goodison's going to play a huge role in the final 6 months. This is the final 6 months of Goodison. They can't go out with a whimper there.
Villa, Tottenham, Brighton in their next 3 Premier League games. Dom, thanks very much indeed.
Thanks, Dom. Have a good weekend.
Pleasure, gents. Lovely to speak. See you soon.
You too.
And you. And I guess the other point, Coisty, just very briefly, is though they've got new owners, and the owners want to put money in, profit and sustainability rules may not allow them to do that in the January window, and that is a big issue. Of course. That's for sure.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.